I don't want to set myself up for a habit where I speak too soon, but I was reached out to by my old manager. He was checking in. That's the claim, was solely checking in, seeing how things were going. We had set up a meeting time and we had spoke.
Hey, Casey.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. And I would say generally it was very surface topics. It was, what have you been up to? What kinds of things have you been handling? You know, how is home life? How's baby? Things like that. So then the conversation got, I would say, a bit more serious, because then he started asking me what some of my short-term and long-term goals were. And being that we weren't talking anything beyond a conversation I'd have over a cup of coffee, I had expressed, you know, short-term, it's just to keep up on my certifications, which reminds me, I need to do this vet certification. I need to turn in my hours. Or I'm not going to be certified veterinary assistant, and we all know when that's going to come in handy. So I'm enjoying being a domestic engineer, and I'm enjoying growing our family. But I do know at a certain point, I will realistically just need to jump back, because this isn't, I didn't leave my job to stay at home all day and clean the house. I left my job to help grow our family and help them develop in a way that we felt was best for our kids, which is to be home and able to do things and be there and watch them grow physically every day for 8 hours a day plus. And that was kind of where the headspace was at. I was able to get more comfortable with being at home. So at first we were doing a lot of parks and walking, but then we started to look at the libraries, and those became places we would go a lot. I wouldn't have been able to do any of that if I was working. I had this mindset at the time that if I want her to be home or at least in my care, I need to hire help. And I was able to kind of cater to that for about a month. I do feel that Raegyn is at this age where being with mommy is so good, but she'd really benefit from being with other kids more long-term than for an hour every other day. As my father's stuff kind of became a little bit less hectic, not to say it wasn't stressful, but when you're dealing with 20 moving pieces at a time and you narrow it down to 5, that's a lot easier on the mind. I am mourning the loss of my family members, and that will heal in time. Our lives shouldn't be put on hold as a result of that. It's understandable for people to just need time, but it's gonna hit a point where you don't need to move on from them, but you need to move on with healing. All right, so I am working on dinner for Raegyn. Will had stopped by at a friend's after work friend, and so I don't know what he said. He was working on some project. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but Raegyn could not wait dinner-wise, so I am cooking up something for her. I'm still not sure what the plan is for me and Will. We said at the very least we should do a pizza, just something where we can essentially say we've done something. It's Friday. We have chicken rice. I think it's rice chicken flavor. I don't know. It's this thing. It looked, we had it. I needed to cook it, I guess. And then Miss Paige, I have some hamburger and applesauce. Why does that make you sad? Why? What's wrong? Baby, what's wrong? You baby girl, my baby. Oh, my baby girl, my baby. Oh, I love you. My baby. Next week, we are going to be taking a few tours of some daycares in the nearby areas and get a feel for their curriculum, how they handle balancing multiple babies at once, what the day-by-day schedule looks like, and also, I think for my own sake, how they comfort a bunch of upset babies, and just again, all the things that come with it. I have decided to return to work. At the time I had left work, I originally went on a leave of absence. I took a mental health break, and then that had turned into just a full-on permanent leave on my end where I just planned to not come back. I think there was a lot going on at the time. We had just moved to Georgia, so we don't know anybody. We don't know the area. Yes, that's heavy. Our dads died. That was huge. That was playing a huge a huge factor. Will had to go to the office. He had started a new job around that time, and so he no longer could be at home working alongside me, and I had to start employing a sitter to be at the house with Raegyn just so I could get through my work day. And then on top of it, there was a fear on my end that the work from home situation would be coming to an end and I would have to start looking at alternative options as it related to securing my job. And I think there was just a lot. I woke up one day and I just felt really spaced out, and that sensation lasted for about a week, and I think it was the week after that I finally had said, okay, this is not worth impacting my family over this, and I stepped away. Since all of this, a lot has changed. I have put my mental health first, and I feel I'm in a really good spot. I'm doing a lot better. I'm not stressing over things. Things stress me out, but it's not like it was. There's no stress of people coming into my home and Raegyn needing to be quiet because we are just doing things throughout the day, and I'm really embracing a stay-at-home mom, domestic engineer sort of lifestyle. And I've had time to really just grieve. Raegyn's at this age now where her social interactions are really starting to thrive, and my ability to push to go to different events and engage in different activities outside the home are definitely under pressure to fulfill those shoes. And so we have been talking, and there's a lot of, I think, worry with the idea that we are still trying to grow the family, but ultimately I was reached out to by an old manager, and they wanted to see how I was doing. But the conversation started turning towards what a return to office path would even look like. At the time, I didn't think much would come of it, just because I had these expectations that I could give you 4 days a week full time. So I could give you 4 tens, basically, but I cannot give you a 5th day. I need a day off, and I need that for personal reasons. I was told it's possible, we'll see, I'll try to pull some strings, and I kind of just, I hate to say it, but I kind of let it go. And then it seems that there's a really high chance that what I had asked isn't that unrealistic after all. And so me and Will have really been pushing to find out with one another if this is something we're comfortable with. And I think ultimately the biggest deciding factor is, where's Raegyn gonna go during the day? I don't think that being stuck in the house for 8 hours a day is beneficial to her when she's at this stage in life where socialization and interactions with others is so critical. So with that being said, she would engage better in an environment that's more stimulating than being stuck at home on the couch. Me and Will are essentially touring these daycares, and we are trying to see which ones seem good. They are checking all the boxes, and of course can accommodate this schedule that we are going to have to balance off of one another while I go back to work. And as long as things come back good, I think we might pick one, and then based on the timeline of how that looks as it overlaps to this timeline of this return to work thing, I might be going back. It's not the end though, it's not completely over, because like I said, I'll have a day off in the week, not counting the weekend, to just dedicate to not only Raegyn but myself, and we can still do the activities we still have morning time, we still have nighttime. So I think it's a good transition for all of us. It'll keep us all on our toes, and I don't believe that this hinders the concept of a growing family, which is my biggest concern, but we're not there yet. So I think this works for now. This works for the here and now, and I'll keep you updated as we kind of go along this journey together. Good morning, sparklers! What are you doing?
Flipping pancakes, because someone around here has to make the breakfast. Chocolate chip pancakes. Look at that monster.
Those are kind of big. Just saying. What if I wanted flapjacks?
They are flapjacks.
What if I wanted pancakes?
They are pancakes.
So Will had made breakfast for us all, a late breakfast brunch, and he got Raegyn some.
Bacon, sausage, fresh fruits, eggs, chocolate chip pancakes.
Num 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 num. You know what you like. You like the chocolate.
Whoa, this is hot!
Thank you, Will. Yum. You got orange juice in your stash. It's yummy, yummy, yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. Say thank you. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. That looks so good, William.
Look at your eggs, they're perfectly shapen.
I know, because you invested in shapers. Look at you. Go, you. Dang, it's fancy. What's going on today? What'd you break?
The bank.
Oh my God. It is late afternoon. Will had actually taken Raegyn out to the shops. He is selling off some of his hobby materials, and then he wanted to check out Bass Pro. I'm not sure what they have going on there, but I have this old gift card from work that I had to cash out. We had these virtual points, and they're only good for like so many cash out options, and I happened to choose at the time Bass Pro, and so I had been sitting on this gift card for like the greater part of the year, never having used it. And not for nothing, I'm not ever going to go to Bass Pro unless I was shopping for Will. And so it was one of those, hey, if you're going, use this gift card. So I think he's going to try to spend it, which would be nice. I'm just not sure what he has his mind set on. But I think he's just looking to get out of the house. He was playing his video games earlier. I was trying to get Raegyn to take a nap, and she looks so exhausted, but she just would not shut her eyes. I'm trying to get some lights on in here. It is so gloomy out, and it really bugs me. I believe I had said this before, and if not, I'm gonna say it again. The weather here is getting to me in a bad way. I find it's too dark all the time, and it's raining nonstop. And Will's trying to be optimistic. He says you can't have snow if you don't have rain, but I think it was cold earlier today. I don't even know what the temperature is at the moment. It's 58 right now, so it's fairly cold-ish outside. But the other thing that I've noticed is growing up, I didn't really pay too much attention to the humidity. And so when we had moved out to Arizona, the lack thereof also wasn't incredibly noticeable. But if it was 60 degrees out, I was cold. I would put on a jacket and like something, I don't want to say a light jacket, but definitely something comfortable. And here I feel like I'm dressing with the mindset that it's still Arizona. And then I go outside and it's actually kind of warm. I think it's cold right now, mind you, but it's just this weather and the rain, it has me feeling all type of way. I can understand why people feel seasonal depression because there's no sun ever. It's just always gloomy out. All right, so one of the ways I thought I will pass the time is I'm gonna go fill up our soap related dispensers in all forms and fashion based on what we have in bulk stock here in the house. So we have in our bathroom a dispenser for me and a dispenser for Will, and basically mine is shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Will's not really a conditioner guy, so his is shampoo, body wash, and then he has in his third container the community dandruff related preventative shampoo. I think this one is a bit more of a Sensum Blue, Sensum, whatever the knockoff is. It's not the aspirin Head and Shoulders equivalent. It's the stronger stuff. So he has that in case any of us experience dry hair, but might as well, since I'm in here, fill up the soap dispensers too. Gotta get these things topped off. Can't have anybody washing their hands and have not clean smelling fingers. Okay, so I just brushed Copper and Kona's teeth. I have not brushed their teeth in a while. It's a little embarrassing to admit, but I got it done. So I also sprayed their mouth, so they should be smelling pretty good. But I think what I'm gonna do is I set a cup on the counter. I know it's sloppy. I'm not a fan of anything on the counters. That goes for the kitchen, bathrooms. I hate the idea that people like take over the entire counter. It drives me nuts. But that aside, I did put their toothbrushes on top of the counter on my side of the sink because I figure if I get up in the morning and I'm brushing my teeth, then if their toothbrush is there, I will take the extra minute to give their teeth a quick brush, and that should help. Copper's teeth always look good. It's Kona's that have always looked, even since she was a puppy, as if there's plaque on it, but the vets never comment on it. But I can tell it doesn't look good. So at least we can hope to prevent or limit anything. I definitely don't want these dogs to have problems. There's like 2 places I try to brush Raegyn's teeth, at least to make it a routine. And ever since I started putting her hair in hair ties, it's given me an extra excuse to hop into her bathroom in the morning. That way we're not just in here during bath time. But I have her toothbrush in here standardly. So right now she has it just hooked on here. What's this? Oh, Tangle Spray or Detangler. But anyway, she has the toothbrush hanging here. And then over here she's got her toothpaste. And then of course we have extra supplies in the drawers. But that's where I catch her in the morning. Maybe it's gross, but I've always kept her toothbrush primarily at the kitchen sink. With this here, her toothbrush, her toothpaste, I can catch her after her meal because I'm always washing her high chair after the fact. So I give her her toothbrush to hold her over while I'm doing that. Brushing your toddler's teeth is a whole lot like brushing your dog's teeth. If you, as that caregiver, do not take the 2 minutes to just knock it out of the way, it's not going to happen. I need to collect my vet certification hours because my continued education is due this month and I haven't done it yet. So I am getting myself logged into my typical go-to source for work, and I'm going to see if they have any courses I have not taken yet. Basically, to kind of sum it up, I've had a vet certification now for 9 years, and going into next year, of course, will be 10, but I've had this vet certification. You have to renew it literally every year. And it's really easy to renew it. You have to collect so many hours, turn those in. They mostly just want their membership dues. So if they get their money, they're usually pretty happy. But I've been maintaining this even though I don't live in Florida. And it's been an easy thing to maintain. I don't know ultimately where my life and career-wise is going to take me. I don't think I'm going to at all go work in a vet office. But it's possible if I partner it with my current experience, which is payroll. Maybe I'll be a payroll specialist at a vet office. I don't know. But at least I still have my foot in the door as it relates to animals. So I have been maintaining it nonetheless, but I do need to get this. So I have my computer powered up here and I am going to look for some courses.